Okay, let's dive right in. We're looking at a really interesting new collectible figure today.
Yeah, this one's tied directly to the huge success of Mobile Suit Gundam SEED Freedom.
Exactly. And
We're
specifically,
focusing on Banpresto's Glitter and Glamours, Lacus Clyne, and other colorverse.
right, the Glitter and Glamours line. So the plan is to unpack what this figure is all about, the details, and, how it connects back to Lacus in the movie.
hmm It totally makes sense. Seeing a figure like this pop up after the movie did so well. Banpresto's clearly tapping into that buzz.
Yeah, definitely. And it's part of that Glitter and Glamours line, as you said. What's sort of the deal with that line generally?
Well, the thing about Glitter and Glamours is they tend to be known for being a bit larger than your standard prize figure.
Okay.
And they often have this distinct, slightly stylized look. And this Lacus figure fits right in. It's 22 centimeters tall.
22 centimeters, so that's roughly, what, 8.7 inches?
Yep, about 8.7 inches. So it has a nice presence.
That size definitely adds to it. And we're seeing this is listed as a prize figure over in Japan.
That's right. So think crane games, maybe lottery draws. It's not something you'd typically just buy off a shelf, at least not initially there.
Makes it kind of accessible in a different way, I guess, people winning it.
Exactly. And while the main Japanese release for that is set for June 2025.
Okay, so next year.
Yeah, June 2025. But with these prize figures, they often find their way internationally later, maybe through different sellers or import shops.
Gotcha. But the really key thing here seems to be the name itself. Another color fur.
Right. This isn't just Banpresto re-releasing an old mold. It's specifically a new color scheme.
A completely fresh take.
Yeah. And that's important. It gives fans a different way to see the character. And you have to think, tied to Seed Freedom's success,
Mm-hmm.
it feels like a very deliberate choice. Maybe offering a look that, reflects her role or feeling in that movie specifically.
And why Lacus Clyne? I mean, obviously she's central, but her arc in Seed Freedom, that seemed to really land with people.
Oh, absolutely. The way she's portrayed as an Accord, one of these genetically engineered humans facing all this persecution.
Right, but she actively chooses not to follow some predetermined path. She rejects that destiny.
That theme of defiance, of finding your own way despite everything, it really struck a chord. We saw a lot of talk online about how much people appreciated her character arc in the film.
So this figure, especially being another colorver, it's almost like a nod to that fan connection, acknowledging her significance.
I think so. It's a tangible piece that kind of represents that specific part of her story from Seed Freedom.
Okay, so let's pull it all together then.
Yeah.
We've got a figure from a pretty well-known, accessible line, Glitter and Glamours.
Right.
It's got decent size, and it's got this unique, another colorver paint job.
And it ties directly into a character whose recent story, her struggle and strength in Seed Freedom, really resonated.
So quick recap on the key details for everyone listening.
Sure. It's the Glitter and Glamours Lacus Clyne. Another colorver. Stands 22 centimeters, that's about 8.7 inches. It's launching as a prize figure in Japan in June 2025.
And it features that specific new color scheme.
Exactly. The another colorver.
If you're listening and thinking about collecting, maybe consider subscribing if you like these kinds of deep dives into specific figures and their context.
Good point.
But it also makes you think, doesn't it? When you get a figure like this, maybe an alternate color version, are you just getting a different object?
Or is there something more?
Yeah, like, are you connecting with a specific feeling or aspect of that character? Does this another color like us maybe capture her Seed Freedom defiance, her strength as an Accord rejecting fate, better for you personally?
It's interesting how these collectibles can become more than just plastic, right? They can be these little touchstones for the parts of the story or the character arcs that really mean something to us.
Definitely something to think about, how we connect with these physical representations.